There are many different ways to explain gender and to actually define it. You have biological definitions of it, and you also have cultural definitions of it. Gender is based off of physical appearance of sex organs, which means that whatever the physical appearance of that secondary sex organ and the body structure is, whether you be class grouped as either a male or a female. Um, Gender is the social and cultural classification of masculine and feminine. Um, as you can see, in cultures, the males and females are grouped by gender, and as in masculinity and femininity. Masculine and feminine are patterned by behaviors, emotions, and roles, and some patterns that you can kind of see throughout a lot of cultures are mainly colors, color coding. Whenever you are expecting to have a baby, or like, oh, you're really anxious to know, you kind of get a pink or a blue. Pink is, you see pink for girls and blue for males. In gender and culture, there are 6 ways gender is in culture: taught, shared, adaptive, maladaptive, integrated, pattern, symbolic, and changes over time. Going back to taught, as children are growing up, you kind of, parents kind of enforce some, like, how they're dressed or what they're allowed to do, um, and it may limit them to what they can do because of their gender. Shared, males and females in American culture might influence other females and males in other cultures. For example, wedding attire worn by women and males. Adaptive and maladaptive. You can see that by how society can help and develop limits due to gender construction. Integrated, patterned, are emotions, roles of each gender in behavior, uh, nurturing mothers and how they tend to their children. Symbolic, you see these by just symbolic symbols that you either see represent male or female, like colors, or a men's or women's restroom sign. Changes over time. Roles of females have kind of been reduced so they can actually get out of those limitations, so they can actually do some things that males can also. All right, going over to gender ideology before we kind of talk about sexuality. Gender ideology are a society's ideas about sex, gender, the natures of men and women, including their sexuality and their relations between the gender. Gender ideology is significant because it is a core element in a society's stratification system, which is also gender. Not going down to sexuality. Sexuality is the capacity for sexual feelings, a person's sexual orientations or preference, like maybe girls liking boys, boys liking girls, or so on. That you may have many other examples. Sexual activity is what is doing what comes naturally, which is a cultural perspective demonstrating sexual activity patterned by a culture's gender ideology. Many things that may seem erotic to our culture are seen as disgusting or not really done naturally by other cultures. For example, kissing is not universal. For a culture like the Tahitians, they begin sexual intimacy by sniffing, which we may think is weird, but to them they see it's normal, as if like they see kissing weird to us. And doing what comes naturally, like men and women have to, like, in order for procreation, men and women have to get together in order to keep a species going on, you know. And kind of a question I want to throw out there is, what do you think of when you see these two images? Like, why is he a male? Why do you think this is a female, male? Because is it by his clothing? Is it by the attire he's wearing, the attire he's holding, bow and arrow? Like, do you think, like, when you see a bow and arrow, do you think it's kind of a manly thing, or would you say it's more of a female thing? And kind of going back over to here, changes over time is seen in cultures as he was originally born as a male, but kind of over time he felt as if he wanted to belong more to one gender, and you can kind of see the best thing about being a girl is now I don't have to pretend to be a boy. So you kind of see that roles on both genders have kind of been reduced so that either male or female can kind of continue their dreams or continue their wants in their life
by becoming transgender.
Mm-hmm.